You're watching New York 1.
More children qualify for free school lunch in the city now than just a few years ago. That's because their families make less than $30,000 a year, the Department of Education's definition of poverty. Our education reporter Lindsay Christ has more.
At Hillcrest High School in Jamaica, 65% of the students live in poverty. That's double the figure of just 3 years ago. And while Hillcrest saw one of the biggest jumps, student poverty is up citywide.
An increasing poverty rate means increased challenges for the city's schools.
In 2009, one school had every student living in poverty. Now there are 5 schools at 100%. And in 2009, 15 schools had 97% or more of students coming from poor homes. Now, 43 schools have at least 97%. 40,000 more students are living below the poverty line now than in 2009. And Department of Education data shows nearly 7 out of 10 students come from poor households. The principal at Hillcrest High says he knew his school would have to do more.
We began to come up with ways in order to be able to support students.
They reorganized the big school into 9 small sections and have managed to increase their graduation rate despite the uptick in poverty. But Hillcrest's poverty rate is still close to the citywide average. Other schools face tougher odds.
There's research showing that when a school has more than 50% of its students in poverty, it will have a harder time achieving at the levels that it should be achieving. And the greater the concentration of students with poverty, the more of a challenge it is to educate all the students adequately.
It's a challenge more educators face as the number of schools with the highest poverty rates has multiplied.
Statistically speaking, if a school has a 97% poverty rate, you would expect that school to have a really hard time making achievement goals.
As we reported last week, schools with the highest poverty rates are also likely to have above average percentages of students with special needs and students learning English. But not all of their numbers are so high. Many of the schools with the highest poverty rates have among the lowest test scores.